everyone and welcome back to day 24 of Preptober. I can't believe it's only 2 months left now until Christmas. For me. We celebrate on the 24th in this country. I don't know why, we just do. We're special like that. Anyway, today I'm here to talk to you about writing prompts and the panic jar, and you might not know what the second one means, so let's get into it. Now, I don't know if the panic jar is a concept that we've only used in my home region or if that's something that exists elsewhere too, but if you're unfamiliar with what it is, basically we gather a bunch of writing prompts into a physical jar that one of our MLs always carries with them. That goes for both write-ins, where we meet up in coffee shops and write together, but they also carry them around pretty much all the other times. So we can just hit our MLs up and go, hey, I'm stuck. I don't know what I'm doing. Give me a prompt. And they'll pull a note from this jar and read it to us or give it to us or text it to us or whatever. And hopefully that will spark some inspiration and motivation to carry on. Now, this can be anything from include a pig to your main character can now fly and anything else in the entire world. And this jar is also filled up throughout the month at write-ins and other times. So if we're physically there, we can tell them that, hey, I want to put this in the jar, write a note, put it in. And if we're not there, we can contact our MLs and they'll write it for us and put it into the jar. This is a great thing because sometimes you find yourself really stuck during the month of November and you need something, you don't know what, but you need something to get you to keep writing and to possibly even steer your story off in a completely new direction. So by having this jar, again, we've had it locally with our MLs, but you can also make your own, which is what this video is sort of about. Having that jar means that when and if you are stuck, pull something, force yourself to use that, or try to encourage yourself to use that, even if it doesn't quite fit, and get on with your story. Now, the problem of sort of having a communal one is that you will find things in there that just don't work with your story. For example, if you're writing high fantasy and the note says that your main character gets a phone call from their mother, you probably don't have phones in your story, but you can of course tweak them to be that they get a letter or that their mother arrives or sends for them or something. So a plus with having your own jar is that you can put things in that you know will sort of fit with your story. Basically, if you know that there are cats in the world of your story, you can just have a note that says, include a cat in this scene, or whatever else. Maybe dragons would have been more exciting than cats, but don't hate on cats. Cats are good. If you don't know what you're going to work on as you head into the month though, having just anything on those notes can still help. And it's not that you always take the note and you put in exactly what it says, word by word, but it might help you spark ideas that you might not otherwise have thought of, and it might help you take your story in a new direction. And the length of what you put into this jar is completely up to you. If you want to have just a single word, if you want to have the word cat or dragon or phone call, that's 2 words, but if you want to have that, have that. If you instead want to have a sentence or a paragraph, put that in the jar. But I feel like the vaguer you make it, the more options you have once you draw that note. I have never had a personal panic jar, but since I've moved away from what I still call my local region, even though it's not local to me anymore, I might actually try to have one this year. Even though I'm still part of that region on the forums and I still hang out and talk to those people, I might want to have my own for when I'm alone, because I do actually doubt I'm gonna go to their write-ins this year, which is super sad, but I have moved away and I will have had surgery, hopefully, before November is over. I might even have had that when this video goes live, so yeah. I might actually have my own jar this year, which is exciting. And you of course don't have to have an actual physical jar that you keep on your desk or in your bag or on a chain around your neck. No matter where you want to keep it, you don't have to have a physical object in which you put these things. You can instead have a Google Docs or Excel file or whatever where you put these sort of story prompts into and you randomize for one when you need one, or you simply go into that document when you're feeling your story dragging and scroll through until you find something that sparks something. But I do think it can be a good idea and it's worth trying. You don't really lose anything from doing this. You might gain something, but you rarely tend to lose from it. Unless, of course, you are really set on this is the way I want my story to go, and then you get stuck and you can't figure out then and there, and so you draw a prompt that makes you take your story in a completely new direction where you never would have taken it before, and then you end up with 30,000 words that are wrong for your story. It does come down to how you want to nano and how you want your story to play out, but also on what your focus is. If your focus is just to get to 50,000 and you don't really care what you write, You can have whatever prompts you want, and you can use whatever prompts you want, taking your story in any and all directions all at once or at different times, probably. However, if you're more set on your story actually getting from this set point A to this set point B without lots of strange things happening in the middle, you can of course plan for that and only implement or write down prompts that would benefit this. You may end up cutting them in the end anyway, because that's what revising and editing is for. We do end up cutting a lot of stuff from our stories usually, but still, it can help you spark ideas if you feel like you're stuck. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with another video tomorrow, so I'll see you then. Bye!